Have you ever wondered why?
When?
How much?
What if?
Well, you're in luck, because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission.
To ask all the questions?
And get all the answers.
I was born with both guns blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one commandment and it goes, I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Hello, friends.
Hey.
Yes, it's the secret one. I like it when we start real low. Like real low energy.
Should we whisper it?
Well, it's like we want people
maybe
to
we should
like
whisper.
ease into the podcast.
Right. We don't know what
Yeah.
you were just doing. Maybe you were just running a mile. Maybe you just woke up from a dream. We don't want to
That's
scare
why we
you.
put the slow version of Killing It by Jaden James and the Hunger at the beginning of this one. The nice, slow one.
Oh, I bet that would be sexy too.
Actually, it probably would. It's not called Killing It. It's called like slowly poisoning it.
How are you guys?
I'm good.
Yeah?
My name's David.
Oh, hi, David.
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
Hey, my name is Mike. Oh, just cut you off. Sorry.
All right, I
you
quit.
You go. Don't quit. Come back. What's your name?
My name is Emily.
I quit too.
Oh, my name is Mike.
Nice.
Okay.
Really cool. Really cool.
Good.
And we're all here making a Hypotheticast.
Yeah.
Making one big pot of Hypotheticast.
And you guys
it
are-
smells so good.
You guys are doing good. I'm doing pretty good.
I didn't say I was
think
good.
so.
I'm fine.
You're right. Okay, you're fine. You're not good.
What do you think is the difference between fine and good for you, Mike? When you say, I'm fine.
Good is one notch better than fine.
Just a notch.
Fine is like
Do you have a little
fine is
dial
like
on your belly?
perfectly average, or it just means fine is a very versatile word.
Yeah.
It means you're looking good. Like, oh, Mike's fucking fine.
Fine.
Or you can be like fine.
Or it can be like, you owe me money for a violation.
Fine.
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 So many choices.
Okay. Well, I guess my opener didn't prompt any real interesting conversation, but
That wasn't interesting.
Excuse
We
you.
tried.
Jeez, I quit now.
Wow.
Wow, just a straight
Your
dunk.
opener of how are you? That would get you kicked off any dating app in this world.
I thought maybe we would have like a nice little conversation, like some sort of story
Yeah.
from your week or something.
I'm doing pretty good. I found a really big cricket downstairs today. Like maybe
That's
the biggest
what I'm
cricket that
talking
exists.
about.
Yeah, tell me about that
this
cricket.
content. This is what you want. Okay, so buckle up, everybody.
No. It's not you,
I'm
David.
back. Dave's back.
Okay, big cricket.
Big
Mike, have you found
cricket.
any big bugs lately?
I want to hear more about what David found.
Oh,
'cause
okay, sure.
This is
Well,
where
I
live.
was moving
too.
around some boards in the basement to make room for my new favorite saw, and turns out there are a lot of bugs down there because it's a basement. And specifically, one of them was just like chilling in between two boards. And what I want to know is like, what's its deal?
What's the deal with
It
that
was
cricket?
huge.
Did you
It
ask
was
it?
absolutely like maybe a quarter, like bigger than let's see, what's a good comparison? Like a Ritz cracker.
Oh, yeah.
Like a huge
Yeah.
cricket, like bigger than a cricket should be. And I was like, oh, damn, what's up, bud? And it was just sitting there. Like it felt eerily still, but it was alive because I touched it and it moved.
Yeah.
And I just don't get it. Like, did it get too big? And it was like, time to hibernate behind these boards.
Crickets get that big.
I was too big for my cricket britches.
Now he's telling his cricket friends about how some guy came down in the basement and touched his butt.
Yeah, he's like, hey, check it out. Chirp, chirp, if you know what I mean. And they were like, nice.
Oh my God.
Crickets love
What
it.
what a big day for that cricket.
Yeah, not for me, for that cricket. We'll have him
Well,
on
you're a lot
next
bigger than
episode.
the cricket.
I hope that cricket is like, a big David touched me today.
Well, Emily, since you asked, I spent my morning reading about incidents that have happened at Walt Disney's theme parks.
Ooh. Any good ones?
No, well,
Any good
mostly
ones?
the article, the Wikipedia page is mostly like people that have died and stuff. So it's not really.
I learned this on the podcast that I'm binging right now, Scary Stories to Tell on the Pod.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that people very frequently try to scatter people's ashes? on the rides.
Yes.
And apparently the Haunted
That's
Mansion
awesome.
one, they literally like close it down one night every couple of months to get it professionally cleaned because there are like so many like human remains that get disposed of there and they get in like the HVAC system.
This was
Wow.
not covered by the Wikipedia article. The one I read was mostly just people that had heart attacks on the rides and
That's
stuff.
so
Sure.
important.
Sure.
Wow, I love how many people want to die on the Haunted Mansion.
Dude, that would be such a bummer to like be on a ride and have someone die of a heart attack.
It would be a real bummer.
It would be also such a bummer to be on a ride and be like, woo, I'm having fun. What's that in my mouth? It's a whole can of ash.
I hope they do a better job
I get
of
why they
just-
don't want that to do. You can't do
The
that.
Haunted Mansion is kind of slow. Like, it's not going to blast in your face.
It's slow. Well, what if it's not going to blast me? Well, I'm probably not going on that ride anyway then. I got to get blasted.
But I will say, David and I actually just probably a week or so ago were talking about ash disposable, and like I looked up again. I love doing me some Wikipedia research. Was like looking up laws about like where you can and cannot distribute someone's ashes.
What kinds of food you can put them in.
Yeah. Well, it turns out like burying bodies, there's a lot of laws about, but ashes, they're kind of like, just don't like throw it in someone's face. Like mostly they're just like, don't bug anyone when you're doing it.
Can you imagine that there is more than one person in the world who is like, okay, y'all, when I die, take my ashes, go to Disney World, go to the Haunted Mansion, get them all over the place. Like,
Get 'em
who
all
are these
over the
people?
place.
Not just more than one. Enough that they have to
Clean
shut it
it.
the hell down.
Yeah.
Every, like, what day? What did you say?
I don't know, every few months or
I
something.
mean, how do you think the Haunted Mansion gets its ghosts?
That's a great point. Maybe that's
I'm
what
just
the people
saying.
think. They're like, we need to give them
but the
more
other thing
ghosts.
was,
Put me
it
in
wasn't just
mansion.
that ride. Like, a lot of rides
Ooh.
there have that issue.
Some people like the
I want-
tiki room.
I want to be died in. It's a Small World after all.
I don't want to. I
That's
don't
where I
want my
wanna
ashes to
die.
be in an amusement park.
Emily,
Woof.
where do you want your
Yeah.
ashes?
Yeah, that's a real question.
Tanner and I actually just talked about this recently too. This is a morbid thing in
shit.
2020
Well,
where everybody's
I
suddenly
think we're all
talking.
No, it's
facing our
2020.
mortality.
I
Let's be
guess.
fair.
Yeah, no. Tanner was first of all weirded out that I talked about keeping some.
Just like to sniff.
Yeah,
Of
like
his?
if he died and I had his ashes, I don't think I would get rid of all of them. But he thought it was weird.
No, you
got to
save
some.
them. Because you know that in the future, at some point, some witch is going to be like, we need a part of his human form. And you're going to be like, I'm so glad I kept that little Ziploc
You
bag.
think Emily's trying to like bring Tanner back from the dead?
At some point, probably.
I don't
would.
think Emily's going to mess around with that.
It depends
Not
on
now,
the
but
witch.
you get desperate.
Depends on the witch.
She's seen Pet Cemetery.
Yeah, but not tan cemetery.
Guys, what are we doing here? We gotta.
No,
we gotta,
Emily, where are you going to have your ashes? What are your ashes doing?
Yeah, looks like our opener didn't really get any interesting conversation.
You asked
now
how we're
it's gotten
doing, and now we're talking about
much.
ashes.
Okay. I want my ashes to be scattered on the North Shore because I like the North
Oh.
Shore. I've gone there a
Classic,
lot ever
yeah.
since I was a little kid. I think it's real pretty. Some sort of like rocky cliff-esque area. And then I told him that even if he didn't want to keep any, I thought he should keep some for Edith so that she can decide what she wants to do with them when she's old.
Oh, I like that.
Old enough. I don't know.
Why not?
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned the North Shore because I literally thought of this when I was visiting the UP in Michigan and seeing the South Shore of Lake Superior because Lake Superior is so big. I think when you see a body of water that big, it's like when you see space. Well, you can't really see space, but like you can't really fathom how big space is. And so when we see like the ocean or a lake you can't see the other side of, it's like, oh, like I'm small. And so my next immediate thought was when I die, I want them to just dump my body at the bottom of the lake,
Yeah.
Just dump it.
way at the bottom.
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
with
so you don't want
waist.
to
Dump
be
it.
you don't want to be cremated first. You just want full body in the
full
lake.
skeleton,
Yeah.
full skeleton.
Can I cut you up?
No.
No?
No, you can't cut me up.
You got to put it in your will or I'll do it.
No, I'm pretty sure they're not going to let you cut me up unless you just.
Ooh, who's going to let me? I'm going to buy a boat and get out there myself. International waters.
So, what's the episode about, Emily? This is the "What Would You Do with Your Corpse" episode.
Honestly, we could do that episode.
could.
Like maybe we
We're
should.
doing it
What
right
if we
now.
died? That's the
Yeah,
episode.
you know what? Let's pivot. This is it. Where's your skeleton going to go?
No, we did too much work with a spreadsheet, so we're going to do the game we planned because it's all in a spreadsheet. And that game is called Fallout Shelter. One of our favorite games that one of David's friends invented. What's her name again?
Kelly O'Brien.
Kelly O'Brien, you smart bastard. It's a game where we create 3 categories: beings, superpowers, and accessories. All things that could exist in a Fallout post-nuclear world, which, I don't know, maybe we should stop having so much fun with post-apocalyptic scenarios now that 2020 is here, but oh well.
Hey, you know, at least mutants are a fun thing to look forward to, right?
Can't wait. And
yeah.
And then we all draft our own individual teams of who we would want to hang out with.
We sure do.
So on this spreadsheet, I have lists that we made of beings. Mike made those. Accessories, David made those, and I made up the superpowers.
Right. So we put those things together randomly, and they made 9 people that we get to choose from.
9 people that we get to choose from. All right.
I'm ready. Wow. I'm so ready. Tell me the options.
I'm going to read who we got here. Number 1, She-Ra.
Yes.
Who cries tears with the force of a power washer. And she has a flower that squirts water like a clown would have, but instead it squirts poison.
Yeah.
Classic She-Ra prank.
Man, She-Ra's awesome.
All right. Poison flower.
What a
forceful
jokester.
tears. Okay, I'm going to need someone to explain who this next character is. Snagglepuss?
Oh, Snagglepuss.
Who's
David,
that?
you know, right?
Is that a disease that you can have
gosh.
with your, or what? What's a snagglepuss?
Snagglepuss is a cartoon mountain lion who is like a southern gentleman.
Oh, sure.
Oh, it's that pink one.
Yeah, he's a Hanna-Barbera character.
Oh,
Can you say what his voice sounds like for me, please?
Oh my gosh.
No, the longer you think about it, the better it'll be. Go, go, go.
I can't do it.
Is it like Southern
It's like a
gentleman?
Southern gentleman.
Here I'm just a
Is
mountain
he kind
lion
of
who lives
gentle
in
like
this,
that? Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, he has a very soft southern
Snagglepuss.
affect.
Ooh.
It's
Well,
really
hi
nice.
there.
Actually, there was a
Of the
modern
southern
reinterpretation of
accent.
the character where he's gay, and it's like a really good comic where he like comes out
Nice.
from like the goofy 60s Hanna-Barbera. Like they made all these like modern interpretations of him. And
His new name is Say No to Puss instead of Snaggle.
no.
No,
Thanks,
it's not
David.
It? Okay. Well, fair
All
enough.
right. Well, in this scenario, Snagglepuss has toaster hands
Good.
and
Good.
Toaster.
3 live bats. Better than dead ones.
Oh my God, that's an extremely chaotic option.
Wait, does
Wow.
it say better than dead ones on
No,
there?
that was commentary from me.
3 live bats.
And toaster hands.
Next
Wow, I love that.
Next up, we have Princess Bubblegum. Love her. She can see your dreams,
Oh,
Yep.
maybe true.
and she has a ring that screams.
Also, maybe true.
Yeah.
Literal things probably she had on Adventure Time.
Yeah, she does some weird stuff.
Next, we have Droopy Dog, who is
Is he from the Snagglepuss? Is he in the same universe as Snagglepuss?
Yeah. I'll tell you what I did after she reads all of them.
What you did?
What have I done?
You'll confess your sins.
Droopy
please.
Dog is astonishingly the speediest reader ever, and he also has the sharpest knife.
Yes. Great.
Okay,
Wow.
then we have
That's just very upsetting.
Lisa Simpson, who is very good at punching, and she has a towel that instantly dries anything out.
It's helpful.
All right, now we have up next Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels. Seems like more than one.
That sounds like a group of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, but
okay.
okay. Let me just say that I had to put it all together because they belong together, and I just really want the world to know about Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels because I think it's an amazing premise for a show.
Is this proto Charlie's Angels?
It's basically
but
Charlie's
in-
Angels, like the cartoon version, but then they have a friend, a Captain Caveman, who they found and thawed from a block of ice, and he's a superhero who can
Xenoman.
fly. So, like,
Is Pauly Shore in it?
I wish. Yeah, anyway, I just love that, and I wanted to include that
That's
because when
amazing.
else are we going to talk about Captain Caveman? So
Now is the time.
Well,
Captain Caveman.
Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels. Maybe they're all fused.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, they all became one big being in the post-nuclear apocalypse.
And they can fly 5 feet off the ground.
Mildly useful.
And they have a never-ending chicken nugget that replenishes when you take a bite.
Good.
All right. Next up, we have Leela from Futurama, who has glow-in-the-dark teeth and a really long sword cane.
Yep. Yeah. Classic Leela.
That one's just kind of... That unsettles me. That whole glow-in-the-dark teeth and a really long sword cane on Leela is just like...
Johnny Quest up next, who has a 3D printer for a butt.
Oh! I have so many questions, but we can get into that.
A wide-ruled notebook that automatically writes down your deepest secrets if you hold it.
Nice.
Wow.
That's my favorite school supply. And last but not least, we have Peggy Hill, who can turn rocks into sandwiches. And she has a 2004 Toyota Corolla with manual windows.
I love that for Peggy.
Honestly,
I was
also
really
true.
hoping there was going to be a King of the Hill in here somewhere. I was hoping for Bobby, but going with Peggy.
Bobby
is fun.
Hill would have been good. No, what I would originally was going to do just Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters because I just love
Ran
them.
out though, huh?
I didn't run out, but like there, I wanted to mix. I wanted to have female and male, and there is a astonishing, or not so astonishing, lack of female Hanna-Barbera characters. They're all like the wife of Fred Flintstone, or like the girls from Scooby-Doo. And I was like, I'm gonna branch out, but I kept Disney out of it because Disney's had enough press.
They don't need to be in here.
Okay, well, I think we got a pretty good bunch. So now
I think so
we
too.
have to draft our little teams.
Wow, I love this so much. Okay, who gets to go first? What do you think, Mike? Should we like flip a coin because Emily got to read, or should Emily get to go first because she?
I think Emily
read?
gets to go first.
Yeah, I agree. Emily,
I agree.
get out there and get yourself a person.
I would like Lisa Simpson, who is very good at punching and has a towel that instantly dries anything out.
That's so good.
Okay.
I like Lisa Simpson in general. Like, she rules. She's incredibly thoughtful and challenges authority in some pretty important ways. She's a great saxophone player. Being good at punching is just like icing on the cake, baby.
Mm-hmm. Also, a towel that instantly dries anything out.
Good for dehydrating food.
Yeah.
I mean, also
Also,
other stuff.
I'll talk more about this when I talk about my team at the end. So I'll keep these
your
thoughts.
team comp.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. For some reason, I feel like I'm next clockwise, but I don't know why that
Go
is.
ahead, David. You can go next.
Me next, huh? Okay. I was so viscerally inspired by Peggy Hill in a 2004 Toyota Corolla with manual windows when it was red that I feel like I can't betray my heart. And I think if her power were a little more useless, her current power can turn rocks into sandwiches, but unlimited food source, because we're not running out of rocks, friends. That's not going to happen. Rocks are forever, baby.
That's pretty good.
I think little Davey's going with Peggy Hill, who can turn rocks into sandwiches and rides around in a 2004 Toyota Corolla with manual windows.
I'm going to go with Princess Bubblegum, who can see your dreams and has a ring that screams.
Yeah.
Not only does
rhyme.
that rhyme, but like that just sounds like some pretty powerful like magic right there.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's scary.
Although I guess she does science. She's like a science person. So I guess it's science that makes her see your dreams.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like there were a couple episodes where she was like surveilling people's dreams in Adventure Time. I feel like that happened.
Do you think scientists have ever made a ring that screams?
Yes. And then they immediately killed it.
What have we done?
No, we didn't think about whether or not we should.
They were like, you could get what you wanted if you had a nicer tone.
Yeah, Ring, maybe you should smile more.
That was the mood ring. The mood ring just started as a ring that was screaming.
Okay.
You're like, listen, we understand, but you got to approach it more
I'm going to pick for my next team member, She-Ra, who cries tears with the force of a power washer and has a flower that squirts water like a clown would have, but instead it squirts poison, which is a very long way to say a flower that squirts poison.
I had to make sure that you knew it was one of those prank ones, like a clown would
It's
have.
a great
Because it could have just been a
deadly
flower
prank.
in the ground or something. It's hard for me not to pick She-Ra, period.
Well, I picked her.
I guess a lot of these people already had inherent powers that I I just you get as a
that's
bonus.
an important thing to think about. Did you say that Captain Caveman can fly?
Yeah, like he can already fly, but I guess that means
But now he can also fly 5 feet off the ground.
No, I think
according
now
to
he
the
can only
spreadsheet.
fly 5 feet off the ground.
Shit, he got nerfed. Dang.
Here, you should know. Here's
that hurts.
here's all of his powers.
Please.
He has super strength, a variety of useful objects hidden inside his hair, and a club that allows him to fly. His trademark battle cry is Captain Caveman.
Oh no.
That's bad.
bad.
Why is that bad? It's his name.
Yeah, don't say your own name.
Not a good catchphrase.
That's
yeah,
not
you're going to
sexy.
get narked. People are going to dox you.
That's
if you
not
say your own
sexy.
name out loud.
Sorry, Captain Caveman isn't sexy enough for you, Emily.
Yeah, and you know what? Based on that, I'm going to choose the sexiest option. I'm going to choose Snagglepuss
Yes.
with toaster hands and 3 live bats.
Oh, yeah, that's a good Snagglepuss voice.
Honestly, I just think that is the wildest combination of things, and I gotta take
Toaster
Snagglepuss.
hands is as much of a blessing as it is a curse.
I think it's more of a curse. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Probably.
I don't know exactly what it means. There's a 5% chance that it means he can toast things with his hands, but a 95% chance, 100% chance that it means he has toasters for hands, right?
No,
That's what
if he could just toast with his hands, he'd be called like Bernie hands or something.
Yeah, Bernie hands. I'd vote for him. All right, who's up next?
Mike is up next. Mike is gonna choose Johnny Quest because he's got a 3D printer for a butt and a wild notebook.
Yeah.
Wild notebook. A wild ruled notebook.
Wild ruled notebook.
Wide ruled.
Wow, they're just squiggles. They're all over the place. You can't
that
write in
writes
that
your
shit.
secrets. So cool, and he can make anything
is
with his
cool.
butt. So
I don't even think I know my deepest secrets. So it'd be nice to have them written down.
yeah, you would know.
What do you think 3D printer for a butt means, though?
It means like
Is that he poops?
no. I think
Is that he poops?
my thinking is the material that the 3D printer runs on is like the standards. Like it's not using his poop.
Okay.
I think it's
just his butt is replaced with a 3D
That's
printer.
the one.
Yeah.
Does he still poop out of that 3D printer?
Yeah.
No poop. No need for poop.
Oh, he just doesn't.
Yep.
Damn. That's on the fine print of the 3D printer for a butt manual. Like on page 8, it's like maintenance. No need for poop.
Yeah. Do not poop into the machine.
Okay, I'm gonna pick.
Who is it?
This was a tough decision for me, but I'm gonna pick Captain Caveman solely because of that never-ending chicken nug. I want it.
Pretty good, right?
What's your prejudice
Never-ending
against
nug.
Captain Caveman?
Me?
His catchphrase
Yeah.
sucks.
You seem like you hate him.
I just don't know him.
Yeah, we all hate him.
And
I don't know.
I don't know him, and also flying 5 feet off the ground is not super exciting to me. But the never-ending chicken nugget, as someone who used to eat fast
is
food a lot
exciting.
more than I have in the last 6 months, that sounds great.
Don't forget the Teen Angels are there too.
Yeah. They sound cool.
There's Dee Dee and Brenda and Taffy.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes, we're best friends now.
Oh my God.
Taffy?
Wow. Okay, hold on.
Yep.
I'm definitely a Taffy. Which one are you?
I think I'm a Brenda.
Yeah. Like a loyal one?
Well, I'm reading it. No, yeah, I guess I probably am a Brenda reading about it.
Do they have their personality traits
Yeah,
listed?
so
explain them.
Dee Dee is the brains of the Teen Angels and acts as their unofficial
that's
leader.
Emily.
Brenda is a nervous brunette who always is scared of demons, monsters, and phantoms.
I mean, that actually is Emily, right? Like,
I'm
that
not
one's
scared
Emily.
of demons.
But you are a nervous brunette.
I'm not a brunette.
I'm not scared of demons. Just you wait.
Taffy is the blonde member of the group and renowned for her cry of Zowie whenever she comes up with a plan.
I don't know who that is. I don't think we're any of these.
Has a distinct, flirtatious, childlike persona.
Okay, now that's me.
I'm Taffy.
No, I'm Taffy. I have a
I'm
distinct childlike,
Stop
Taffy.
fighting.
flirtatious,
Stop
sexy
fighting,
persona.
everybody.
I'm the sexy one.
Whatever, I'm Taffy. Okay.
Okay, we can both be Taffy.
David, who do you pick?
I picked Taffy.
That's
I
not
take Taffy from your team and I put her on my team. No, I want Droopy Dog, baby.
Oh,
I want
dang it.
Snagglepuss and Droopy Dog to be reunited. They seem like they would be great friends. And Droopy Dog is, of course, the speediest reader ever, which I don't see coming in super handy. Well, no, I take that back. I have some good uses for that. The sharpest knife, which he has, is really exciting. What is going to happen with that?
It's pretty exciting.
So then I will be with Leela, who has glow-in-the-dark teeth.
Leela?
I mean, it's my team. Sorry. Okay.
No, it's okay. You can if you want.
Leela with glow-in-the-dark teeth and a really long sword cane, which to me kind of defeats the purpose of a sword cane.
That's what I was thinking too. Sounds a
It's
little
like
unwieldy.
Yeah, like for one thing, it's going to be not very believable as a cane, and
Right.
it's
Just made for a very tall person.
not very functional as a sword.
The worst of both worlds.
I have actually looked into buying a sword cane for myself.
Long or short?
Normal size.
Oh,
cane.
normal? Yeah, normal's a good option.
Yeah, normal.
Well, we got some killer teams, guys.
Sure
yeah,
do.
Should we talk
yeah.
about what will be the most special thing about our team that we can't wait for?
The most special.
Ooh.
That's what our
The
thing
most
is.
special that we can't wait
What's the
for.
most special thing about your
Yeah.
team?
Okay.
That's your prompt.
First we go around.
for.
Everybody, most special thing. Mike, you first.
All right, the
What's
most special thing about Princess Bubblegum, Leela from Futurama, and Johnny Quest. I don't think we get along very well.
Well, that's pretty special.
Like Johnny's.
Why don't you think you get along?
Well, Johnny's a kid. I don't think Princess Bubblegum and Leela like kids very much. Like maybe Leela.
No, maybe P-Bubs.
Princess Bubblegum doesn't like kids. And Leela's just like, she's like always all about business. She's like, let's get it done.
Yeah. I do think Princess Bubblegum and Leela
Yeah,
would get
that's what I
along
think
pretty
too.
well, though.
I think they would get along, and then I would have to deal with Johnny Quest. And he would
Deal with it.
He would be like, what are we doing? What's our adventure for today? And I'd be like, okay, Johnny. Because like Johnny Quest was one of those shows where like really like he was there, but then every one of his friends was like more competent than him, kind of.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah, like Inspector Gadget and all that.
I feel like I'm on one of those shows.
Maybe I'm selling him short, but maybe that would actually be like we'd have too much. There'd be too much like
Chemistry?
too much chemistry.
Too much tension.
Yeah, too much tension. I was going to say actually like we would be all pulled in different directions for adventures because like
Oh, sure.
we'd all be like, oh, we got to go.
Hard to come to consensus.
Like, what are we going to do today?
Yeah.
Although actually maybe the roles would be filled. Princess Bubblegum's like doing her science and looking at dreams, and then Leela's kind of like the muscly one who can like take out the bad guys.
Yeah. More likely to go outside versus P-Bubs, which would stay more inside.
And then Johnny Quest is like a decoy, I guess.
I think he's mostly a 3D printer. Like you use him as just a piece of office equipment. I don't think you let him go
Oh,
anywhere.
that poor guy.
3D printer for a butt is essential, and as long as you can fill him with the juice that he needs to make whatever the heck he makes, that's all you need.
So yeah, I think maybe we just kind of keep to our own role, and like maybe we wouldn't bond quite as much. Like all together, like maybe there would be some chemistry between Princess Bubblegum and Leela. But like I said, for me, it might be kind of boring.
You could learn how to be a good dad.
That's what I want in my Fallout shelter. Maybe that'd be nice. We could bond.
Toss around the old pigskin.
Yeah, the literal mutant pig skin that we
Yeah,
find.
exactly.
David, what's your post Fallout looking
Okay.
like?
No, what's the most special thing about your team that you look forward to?
Okay, so first I'm going to start with the most special thing about my team, and that is that we get married. Droopy Dog and Snagglepuss get married to each other, and Peggy Hill and David get married to each other.
Wait.
Is
We
it a
are
double
all
wedding?
Married. Double wedding. Double wedding.
I thought you were going to say, is it a double whammy?
It is.
That's what we call double wedding.
That's actually what
Double
our Fallout shelter
whammy.
is called. When you go in, it's called double whammy.
David,
Moon's over my whammy.
dare I ask the post-apocalyptic fate of Hank Hill? Like, what's become of
Oh.
Hank?
He probably wanted to be burned alive specifically on a grill. I think he was like, I can't deal
He
with this.
wanted to be barbecued?
He was like, take me out. Because I think he and Peggy were stuck together on some kind of they were stuck in an area where they couldn't really go anywhere for a while because it was too radioactive outside. And they were like, well, we got to stay in here. And one of us is going to have to eat the other one. And Hank was like, oh, grill me up. He doesn't sound like that, but I had to distinguish
he has
it
an
from my
apple
own
in his
voice.
mouth because he's getting grilled.
Grr, it's me, a pig. Grill me. But he loves propane, and he probably had a lot of propane, so he was probably like, "Fry me up, pig." Peggy.
Yeah.
I can't do a Hank Hill. I gotta practice my Hank Hill.
Yeah.
Piggy.
Okay.
I don't. It's not there.
Well, what do you think Snagglepuss and Droopy Dog talk about?
They talk about what happened to Hank Hill. They want to know too.
That's the
No,
big
I think,
question of your fallout shelter.
Yeah, everyone's like, "What happened?" And Peggy denies it. She's like, "I don't know. I lost him. Who's to say?" Lick, lick, lick. She licks her lips.
Wow.
Peggy Hill provides the food. She can turn rocks into sandwiches. Key ability. And then I think we actually are a little bit of an operation here. We're like maybe even a restaurant, but definitely a place where you can come to get food, or maybe we will bring food to you in our 2004 Toyota Corolla.
Nice.
But we have a person that can turn rocks into sandwiches, and then we have someone with toaster hands, and we can put those sandwiches right in those toasters. I assume one of them is more like a toaster oven, because let's be honest, it's 2020. I think we can either attach them to the bats to have them kind of carrier pigeon them to you. It's basically Quiznos is what I'm saying, but we call it double whammy, and the ham is emphasized because there's a lot of ham in our
Double
sandwiches.
Hammy.
Double Hammy, and we're both married. It's called Double Hammy, and we're both married. That's the name of our restaurant.
Must be married to enter.
David, that's so beautiful. You should do that now
Thank you.
in 2020.
Believe me, I wrote up a business plan, and nobody will marry me.
Can you sell me on your business plan in your Droopy Dog voice?
Oh, I guess. I don't think I know what Droopy Dog sounds like, but he probably sounds a little bit like this. Hey, kids. It's me, Barney the dinosaur.
Yeah, that's exactly what you were doing. Droopy Dog is like, you have to like lower the energy like even more and like speak in incredibly.
Is it like Eeyore? Is he just a ripoff of Eeyore?
No, he's just, I mean, he's a sad cartoon, but other than that, I don't know that he's that much like Eeyore.
I'm the speediest reader ever.
I feel like Eeyore's depression was more existential, and Droopy Dog's is more like, I'm just kind of
in your face. Like someone he loved was killed in front of him every single day.
He has been through the shit. Yeah, Droopy Dog has some stories to tell. Whereas Eeyore is just like, he's like lazes about and he's like,
what does it mean to be
know.
alive? Yeah,
What
he
are we
doesn't have
doing?
friends. He's clinically depressed. Yeah, Droopy Dog's fucking sad. I don't even know that much about him, but I assume.
I don't know if he has a backstory. I dare not look it up.
Yeah, we can't.
Emily, what's
the most special thing about your Fallout
that you look forward to?
That you look forward to?
I am really looking forward to the slumber parties. No, I feel
Seriously?
like I have a weird situation here where I have some really strong, capable ladies, and 3 of them are fused to a really weird little fur guy.
Is he little?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Is Captain Caveman is little?
I just Google image searched it, and he looks like a gross, hairy thumb, and they're like tall,
Okay.
bodacious babes.
You looked up David Gutchie. I think you need to look up Captain Caveman. You did your most recent search instead of a new one, I think, because you were Googling me before.
I always go Captain David.
I got a Google alert. It was like, hey, Emily's Googling you again, just like last week.
It does. I didn't realize he does look like he's about 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
That's
and
pretty
he has
weird.
hair.
Is
It's just like long hair. It's like Cousin It.
Oh, man. I tell you what, I pictured Captain Caveman, and I didn't know I would hate it this much. I hate this guy.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
think he sucks more than I thought
I
before.
hate him. And also, he's attached to 3 cool ladies, and I also get to hang out with 2
Taffy's in
other
there.
cool ladies.
Yeah. Do you think that Captain Caveman provides anything of value to your Fallout shelter?
I mean,
Because I don't.
no, but I guess we just have to deal with it. I don't know. Maybe sometimes he can hold the never-ending chicken nugget while the rest of us get stuff done.
He's a good table. Yeah, that's good.
He has super strength.
Okay, that's cool.
great.
But I mean, we already have Shira's tears alone.
She-Ra has super strength too.
The force of a
like,
power
we'll be
washer
fine.
coming from her eyes when she cries.
Is that a happy cry or sad cry?
Yeah, any kind. Even an allergy cry.
Ooh.
Allergy cry.
Do you think She-Ra has allergies, and to what?
She's probably allergic to Captain Caveman and his gross hair.
What? Wow.
Yes, dunk on him again.
It was a different time, okay?
Finish him.
It was prehistory.
No, I think we're pretty badass. Shiro's real fierce with her poison flower.
Yeah, she has a poison flower and she cries with the force of a power washer.
Right.
That's just a lot of liquid coming at you.
Lisa Simpson, she's a smart lady. She's very good at punching.
Smart.
That's nice. I hope it doesn't come to that often, but maybe that's what she'll do to Captain Caveman if he goes out of line.
Yes, keep getting him. He's down, but he's not out. One more at least.
But I really like the fact that she had the towel that instantly dries anything out, because I was just thinking about this the other day. Just 2020 thoughts, you know.
Yeah.
Houses, they're trying to keep out so much water. And like, they're pretty good at it, even though that's a really big thing we're asking of them.
Wait, hold on. Can you redo that first part, because I need to cue the Houses theme song, which is the podcast within a podcast that we do, which is observational stuff about houses.
They're really
But I
good
need to cue
at
that.
keeping out water.
They are.
Even my house that flooded and had ice dams the first year we lived here, still doing a real good job at keeping most of the water out. And a towel that instantly dries anything out would help also keep out the elements. So
It'd be like a good house.
yeah.
I honestly put that because I was like, what do I not like? And it was having things that are wet that I wish I would dry out faster.
Yes.
And so like just putting a towel on a wet shoe or a wet sock and just having it be like ba-bam. Whew, sign me up every day.
Love it.
Can it take the water out of a human body?
Yeah, so you can't touch it.
Is that how it works?
It'll dry you out.
It can dehydrate fruit.
Yeah. If you put it on a college campus, it will banish all alcohol.
There's not water in alcohol.
No, it's the dry
It's a
campus. That's what
joke
it's called.
about dry.
It's a joke about
What?
how it's a dry campus. It's a dry
Oh, that's
joke.
good.
Is a good joke though.
Emily, I think I've noticed the interesting phenomenon about your group is that it really has the vibe of like, it really does, like, just of your hatred of Captain Caveman is, I think, justified because
Palpable.
it's like when a bunch of ladies are hanging out and then a guy shows up, even if he's not bad, just a guy ruins the vibe.
Yes, I
Right?
would agree. I would agree wholeheartedly.
That's the name of my spin-off podcast. A guy ruins the vibe.
You just intrude on a group of women.
I walk into other people's podcasts and I just wreck them.
Yeah. I don't have anything else to say about that except that you're right.
Yeah. Sorry that he's there, I guess.
Me too. It's okay. We'll
I think he's also sorry.
He probably
But
is.
he can't help it.
You could just kill him, I guess.
I don't think that's what we're about. I think we just keep him around to hold the chicken nugget. And
So when you eat meals, does everyone just pass the nugget around?
No, it's like in a Catholic church where you go up and you take a bite of the bread that's Jesus's body, pure and from him. And the priest is like, and also with you, except it's Captain Caveman. It's a chicken nugget and you bite it with your mouth. You don't take a piece of it. You just get in there and you almost touch his hand and it's nasty.
I was thinking while you guys were talking, and I probably should have been listening, but I was thinking about if it would be less satisfying if someone gave me like a single chicken nugget and was like, okay, eat your fill. And then I just
And you just had to sit there taking bites and
off
you
the
didn't.
same chicken nugget, and it kept replenishing. I mean, you get full, but for some reason it
Yeah,
feels like
and
it would
you'd
be a less
be
satisfying
eating.
experience. Why is that?
You wouldn't be able to look at your spoils.
I wouldn't be able to like see my progress and be like, yeah, girl, get those nugs.
That's what's important to me about eating is like the act of conquering. I don't really like
I mean,
the
it's
taste.
weird
I just
to
like
me
feeling
that
like I destroyed
I feel like that's
something.
true. Like, it's weird. It shouldn't be true, but it
With
feels
like
right.
chicken nuggets though are one actually kind of a rare experience in food where like you get a finite number of them and you're like counting down.
And
you're
you
like,
count
all right.
them, right?
You're like, here we go.
That's true,
We got number
that's
one. All right, that
true.
one's pretty good. But then you're down to the first couple pretty quick.
Yep.
And when you're in the middle, you're like still flying high because you're like, I'm only halfway done.
That last
but then
one,
you're like,
though.
wait. Yeah, like now I only got one left. Like, should I eat it now or should I wait?
Eat it while it's still warm, but savor it. Okay.
And then sometimes there's a sweet mistake when they put an extra nugget in there.
Yeah, that's good.
And you're like, oh, yes.
But sometimes you think you have two more and you eat one and then you didn't. You just had one more and you
Oh my
didn't
God.
enjoy it like you should have.
Okay. Emily, I really appreciate that idea, but you gotta save that shit for our Halloween episodes. That's too scary.
So that was the apocalypse. We're all ready. Are you?
Yeah, I think that counts as prepping. I think we are officially preppers. We can be on a reality show now and get that money.
Yeah.
Good call. Okay, wait. What's happening? Sorry, I got distracted.
We're done.
Well,
you can just feel
what we have.
good because we've reached the end of another episode of the Hypotheticast.
This is the feel-good time.
What do we do about the little last seg? What do we do for an episode like this?
We have one final segment. It's called No Questions Asked. And this week, there's a question, just like every week, and you don't get to say anything about it except for the answer. So, the question is, would you rather marry Snagglepuss or Droopy Dog?
Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss.
Droopy Dog's such a bummer.
Yeah, no kidding. Snag that put. No, I'm not going to say that.
David, you've wanted to say it for the entire episode. You might as well just
created
go
this
for
whole
it.
situation.
Okay, fine. Give it to me clean, David. Okay, snag that puss.
Yay!
There we go. Okay, now I got it just in case.
You've said your marital vows.
Hey, thanks everybody for listening.
I'm marching,
Theme music by Jaden James and the Hunger. Logo by Christian Hagen. Edited by David Gutchie. If you want more of our hypothetical content, join our Facebook group or like our posts on Twitter or Instagram or give us some stars and a review on iTunes or wherever the heck you get your podcasts.
Our Halloween episode is going to be themed when you run out of nugs.
Honestly, we've done all the big Halloween ideas. We got to start digging into that Nug Bucket. Also, Nug Bucket is my actual shock jock name.
Hey, what's the most chicken nuggets you've eaten in one sitting?
Wait, Mike just asked a really interesting question, but I didn't hear it. What was it?
It was, what is the most nuggets that you fed to me in my bed? And it's 10. It's 10, and I keep telling you it's just
Mike,
10.
David,
we can never break the record.
Pause. Mike, what was your question?
What's the most chicken nuggets you've had in one sitting?
Oh, cool. Probably 10.
10.
Probably.
Honestly, it must be more than 10.
I think I had a 20-piece once.
I know I've made a bag of like frozen ones, like the dinos,
Yeah.
and eaten the whole thing.
Really?
Really? Those bags are big.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like 200, 300 nuggets. I think I've...
You didn't eat a whole bag.
But like, I don't know, like the little ones are probably like 20 to 30 nugs, and I could eat that.
Yeah.
That's like a whole chicken.